Okay, this is the last session. So let's make the best of it. And it's all about you. It's all about you. So, it's an incredible session. I've really enjoyed it. I've heard from you guys that you've enjoyed it. You are going to get an evaluation in your email. We're going to send it out to you within the next couple of weeks. We'd love to hear how much you enjoyed it, and we'd love to hear like what really worked, and then how could we have done it better. That's kind of the overview of the evaluation form that we're going to send you. And how do we do this? Because we're going to do this again next year in ShedFest East. But we really hope that this is impactful for you. Right now, and I will talk more about that later. Right now, we've got about an hour, let's say.
Hey guys, listen up.
Okay. And this is going to be really the opportunity. We've all shared, in our small groups, things about our sheds. And some of us have had lists of great accomplishments, and some of us speak more to the heart about what really means for us to be part of the shed. And so this opportunity, what haven't you said yet, or what do you want to really share about your shed that's really meaningful? It might be a list of stuff you made. It might be more about how the relationships you have in the shed. So that's your choice. But it's going to be popcorn. We're not going left to right. We got 3 guys with mics. Put up your hands, guys. And so they're going to give you a mic. And your opportunity is going to be to say your name, the shed that you're from, and you have about a minute. And I'm going to time you. And so I'll let you know when your minute's up. So try not to, you could talk fast, or you could talk, and slowly and meaningfully. So it's up to you again. But I am going to time you. Yes, you got a question, Riley? Okay. Oh, we got somebody to start already. We're all ready to start, so take it away.
My name's Dean Homewood, president from Cowichan Men's Shed on Vancouver Island near Duncan, if everybody knows what that is. Our shed, 12 guys, 8 months in the making, all gray hair, lots of energy, and happy to get together. And we've already had one guy that was close to committing suicide. And since he's been in the shed, he is alive, welling, and he probably brings the most energy to the shed. We have one other guy that's got short-term memory loss, and we have to tell him 5 times every hour where the washroom is and where the coffee maker is. But he totally enjoys coming out every day. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Dean. Next.
Hi, Dean Coleman from Fort McMurray, longtime listener, first-time caller. I'd like to thank Varouge for introducing me to Men's Shed. It was for him that I found out. We've just started ours in Fort McMurray. We've had about 5 monthly meetings. We've got money. We've got a space. We just don't have a shed. Like, we don't have anywhere to do work. But I am so overwhelmed by all the information I've got from all of you people this week. My heart is full. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dean. And as you probably heard many times, the shed is about the guys and not the space. But anyway, so now one over there. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Kent Latimer. I'm from the Yorkton, Saskatchewan shed, which is virtually brand new. We've had only 4 meetings, and my first takeaway from this is we need to implement a plaid-only clothing code for the meetings, and I didn't get the memo before I came to this, so sorry about that. But my heart overflows with the amount of positivity in this room, and we have a blueprint for success now. And I think that Yorkton will be a better place once we get going. And thank you all for your commitment to making men welcome in this age group, and being committed to men's mental health and having somewhere to belong and to go to. Thank you.
Terrific. Thank you. Over here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cameron Smith from Nanaimo Men's Shed. We're about 3 years old. We had a physical shop for 1 year and our landlord sold it. So we no longer have one. We have about 30 members. And since we quote, lost our shed, we've really expanded the social aspect of it. We're meeting regularly for coffee, for lunches, for walks, and some members meetings for business. But our group has really come together as a group that meets and talks and shares. We're also doing a lot in the community as outreach programs at seniors' homes, community gardens, stuff like that. We have a member or two that's offered their own home shop to build stuff and has opened it up to other members as well. But we don't have quite the uptake on that, but it's working pretty good. For me, actually, anybody that's coming through Nanaimo, it's a popular spot to come through. Please look us up on Facebook or on the web and come out for one of our coffee meetings. They're always posted there as far as the timing and all that kind of thing. Thanks,
Wonderful.
everybody.
Thank you, Trevor.
Good afternoon. Doug Johnson from the Hackberry Men's Shed in Carleton Place, Ontario. No, the other Doug Johnson. I just thought it was interesting. We were the first shed in Ontario in 2011, so we've been around a little bit of time, but we're still going through the growing stages, just like everybody else. The one thing I wanted to say, we did a really, really great project over the last 5 years. We built 2 half-scale models of First World War aeroplanes. One was for Captain A. Roy Brown, who shot down the Red Baron in World War I. And both of these planes are now suspended in the local GMC dealership for public view. And we had a grand unveiling on the 21st of this month, because that was the 110th anniversary of the shooting down of the Red Baron. So wonderful. I'm got my 10 minutes is up.
Thanks, Doug. Over here.
Hey guys, Dan McIntyre from the Men's Shed Society of Sayward on Vancouver Island. We're quite excited. We're new, we're less than a year. We've kind of partnered up with the local Legion that was struggling. They've offered us a location in exchange for maintenance. And we've been able to, our membership for our group is to support the Legion with the membership. And we've made it so that they can keep their license. So our goal over the next few years is to be able to raise enough money through the events we're doing to support the other nonprofits in our village. So very small, 300 and some odd people in our village. So that's us.
Thanks, Dan.
And by the way, you guys are great.
Thanks, Dad. And I'm hearing more and more often about partnerships with legions. Go ahead.
My name is Ken Burkholder. I'm with the Port McNeill Men's Shed. That's on the north end of Vancouver Island. We've had a very rocky beginning. We had someone who decided he wanted to become a control freak, took it over. And as a result of it, there's 3 of us left who are running this men's shed. And I made a commitment when I started Men's Shed that I was going to have it happen. And after this session, I know it's going to happen. So thank you.
Yeah. And thanks for hanging in, Ken. And that end. Yep.
My name is Brent Gertz. I'm from the New Beginnings Men's Shed. I've actually had the privilege of helping start 2.5 sheds in Prince George, but I'm really sad not to see the Vanderhoof folks because they really saved my bacon when I needed a safe place to land. The big piece of creating safety in your shed, I was burnt out from work. Not once did the Vanderhoof guys ask me, what do you do for work? That's how they created safety for me.
Thank you. Thank you. And I've been ignoring this end of the room, so go ahead.
I'm George's dad, because nobody knows my name. I'm Dwayne Semple. I'm from DeBert, Nova Scotia. We have the DeBert Men's Shed. A colleague of mine, Gordon here, and I traveled out to see what Men's Shed West was going to be all about, because when Men's Shed East happens, we wanted to have a bit of a challenge and see if we could make it a hell of a lot better. We have served sand and lobster, and
Yeah.
In Nova Scotia, there's always other, things like beer and stuff that you have here, but we're very good at it. I want to say thank you very much for the hospitality, the conversations that I've had. We've learned a lot about what big sheds and little sheds are doing, but the one thing that's consistent here is that there's heart and brotherhood, and we really appreciate that. Thank you again.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Hi, everybody. First of all, Grant Schneider from WESAC Shed. WESAC stands for West Edmonton Seniors Activity Center. First of all, to all the out-of-towners, welcome to Edmonton, especially the international travelers. We've been operating about a year. We're kind of spoiled in the sense that we operate out of a seniors activity center. We have a CEO there who is a PhD in gerontology, aging, and he is so behind us, it's unbelievable. So we've got it all. We've got the workshop, we've got a billiards and games room, we've got a commercial kitchen, we've got a dining room, we've got yoga rooms, we've got it all. So we don't pay rent, and I would suggest that if people are trying to open up a shed, go for that first, like the Legion or whatever. So that's the one thing I want to say. The other thing is in regards to a topic a little bit earlier about getting a hold of people. I belong to too many organizations that have a website. Dean and I were talking. They have a website, but if you don't have somebody monitoring it, it's useless. And if I want to go to Dean's, I want to know when he's open, who I can contact. And as in other organizations that I've had, they contact me 2 weeks after I'm back. So thanks.
Thanks, Grant. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thanks.
Right there.
My name is Rod Tondeville. I'm with the White Rock, BC Men's Shed. Whoa, sorry, White Rock, South Surrey, BC Men's Shed. I forgot about Surrey. We are fairly new. We started about 3 years ago. Other sheds consider we're spoiled because we have 2 sheds. We're have activities 5 days a week. Not all of us go every day, but that's for sure. So one day, Wednesdays, we meet at Aspira Peninsula Retirement Home, and they are treating us really well. They provide snacks and stuff for our weekly meetings for free. And then we have 2 sheds. One that's from another low rental retirement place, or just low rental housing. And they have a shop that wasn't being used by their residents, so they let us use that. And then one of our members has a factory, and his old factory was just full of cars and other junk, and he let us use that now. Only 1 minute is not enough to tell about a shed. We have a bunch of great guys, and we really, and Brian, thanks for this. It means a lot.
Okay. You're welcome, and thank you. Over here.
My name is Cliff Hammond. I'm the president for the New Beginnings Men's Shed. I want to tell you one of the reasons why I one of the reasons why I joined the shed. The other night, everybody noticed that the next day I was pretty tired, didn't get any sleep. And the reason being is we had one of our shed members put a plea out. His girlfriend had taken his daughter and taken her to a reserve, and he couldn't have access. He's an addiction person who's fighting very hard to stay off the drugs. He's a great young man, and the minute that hit our WhatsApp, every single one of my executive texted him, called him, and made an appointment for the next day to make sure he knew he was cared for. That's why I joined.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Over here.
Bradley Pretty, Skeena Valley Men's Shed Society. I want to give a shout out to Yan Fanema. He cornered me 2 years ago. Seriously, cornered me. Said, Brad, you're running the show here. It's been 2 years, 41 guys. We have a shop that's been gifted to us by a lady who lost her husband. Couldn't stand the shop being underutilized. didn't hear the sound of her husband tinkering. So now she's got 41 guys showing up in her garage, doing her thing. So, and I want to thank you guys. This has been awesome. Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you, Brad. There.
Hi, everybody. My name is Riley, and you've heard me talking and jumping around way too much. I'm with the Strathcona County Sherwood Park Men's Shed. And I just want to say that, you know what, we were asked to step up and put some volunteers in this. And I just want to have this table full of guys be recognized for stepping up and helping us out with this whole thing. Thank you.
Thanks, Riley.
Hello, my name is Merv Graham. I am not from South Surrey, White Rock. That's my twin brother, identical twin brother. But I started the one in Calgary. It's called the Bike Shed. And we also have the Greater Forest Lawn Men's Shed, which is woodworking. And we're the two closest men's sheds in Canada, only 50 feet away from each other. So it's been wonderful working on bikes. We've been doing it for 7 or 8 years, and we've got 900 bikes out there for high school students in Calgary. And so they've been trained up and they take away bikes. So it's a wonderful opportunity to do that work.
Thanks, Merv. Terrific. Over here next. This side of the room. Yep.
I was nodded off there for a second. First, I got to say to Gordon and Dwayne, I'm from Nova Scotia too, and our shed's better and bigger than yours, so you'll want to talk to me. Second thing I want to say is, you know, we talked a lot about the shed. It's not about the shed, it's about people. I'm going to tell you quickly about one guy. 2 years ago, we started 6 guys. One of them was 82 years old, had every problem. He's the poster boy for problems for an 82-year-old. Never been married, no family, living on an acreage alone in not good circumstances, mentally, emotionally, or physically. We went out and tried to help the guy out by cleaning up his property. Then we finally, it got so bad, we got a hold of his family, who were all up in northern Alberta and didn't know what was going on. They came down, took him out of the house, condemned the house, moved him into an older folks' place where he has room and board. He's still a member. We now meet in that place. He's there every Thursday morning for 2 hours with his walker, and that is what the shed's about.
All right. Thank you.
I'm Bill Mahan from the Edson District Men's Shed, just a couple of 100 clicks west of here. We're just into a year of operation now in our shed. We've been very fortunate that about 6 months ago, we were able to find a very appropriate shop that we're able to rent. And having been in that now for that 6 months, we've received the benefit of a very generous Edson population to help us stock our shop with a lot of machines and tools to enable us to get into some of the projects that we're involved with now. One of the things I want to really give a big accolade to are the FCSS groups in the province who have supported Men's Shed in a big way. We're very fortunate with the Edson FCSS group that supported us in the beginning, actually initiated the operation, and we followed up, and we're very, very grateful for their support. The other thing that we are well into now is coordinating with other community groups in the town, and it's been what we would consider a good success and a good start. We're looking forward to continuing in the future with our group. Thank you.
Terrific. Thanks, Bill.
Roy Kelly from the Men's Shed Ridge here in Edmonton. I demoted myself to key holder of our shed. I want to follow up. I think it was Grant talked about the websites. Was it correct? Is that correct? I'm here. I want to promote the idea of let's make sure that we all get our sheds pinned on Google Maps. Okay, and that way, if anybody driving around can find a shed close by, whether you're going from here to Nova Scotia or where. If we do that across the country, it would be a terrific thing to do. Thank you.
Thanks, Roy. Terrific. This end of the room again.
I'm Donald Lawton. I'm one of the members of the Squamish Men's Shed. We have been around for nearly 10 years. We celebrate our 10th anniversary this coming fall. And I'm just going to take our thoughts a slightly different direction. In the course of our 10 years, we've had 4 or 5 of our members die, and we've been able to support most of those families and those individuals as they've gone through this change of life process, of lifing out, as it were. But we have in our coffee room a memorial plaque recording our members who have passed on. And so they're not forgotten. They're still part of our fellowship, and they will continue to be. And I think that's an important part of us as Men's Shed, to remember those we've stood beside in the past. And we still stand shoulder to shoulder for the benefit of ourselves and our community.
Thanks, Donald. Wonderful. Great.
Good day, everyone. I'm Jason Maudsley with the Hinton Men's Shed, and also for the past year, I've also been with the Edson District Men's Shed. They've been very supportive of myself and also very supportive of Hinton. Forming our administrative backbone in Edson was very easy to adopt over for our Hinton group as well, and a huge thank you to the guys for that. In Hinton, we're still working on our shaping or establishing our shed. Thus far, we're meeting for socials in the museum, and we've also engaged the Legion, and one of our members is a Red Seal chef, which is a huge blessing. And he actually had a cooking lesson for us in the Legion. We used the kitchen, taught us how to make pasta from scratch. So that was really, really great. And I echo that engage the Legions if you can, and utilize the space, utilize those abilities, and broaden the uses of the Legion and bring it more to a community, to be a lot more than just a bar, but actually a service to the community, and in such also bringing our abilities for other members in the Legion to branch out beyond those 4 walls.
Wonderful thought. Thank you, Jason.
Hello, everyone. Baruch Kamuchin. I'm not going to play more guitar, so don't get scared. Okay, great. What a wonderful couple of days here. I guess it's time for bragging, right? Bragging rights.
Yep.
So we want to show off our project, Vancouver Mount Pleasant Shed, collaborated with the West End Shed, which is something I think we talked about during the last 2 or 3 days. Collaboration is really important. Even within sheds, that totally worked for us. We had this wonderful proposal requirement with the police museum of all places. I'm the radical left guy. It's like, who'd know I'd be working with the police museum, Sure enough, we did this wonderful project, cabinet, whatever, and there were three more. So, and one last word I want to say is the word trust. I think trust is so important because here we love each other. We got to kind of work through it. Shit will happen. I like what you brought up, something about what's the expression you said? Shit, that shit together. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I'm putting him on the spot. Get your shit together. Yeah, that's what I want. Get your shit together. Anyways, on that note, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Thanks, Farouj. We're going over here next.
Hi, I'm Scott Cobb. I'm from the beautiful Creston Valley in southeast BC, and I'm the proud papa of a baby shed. We're about 6 months old, and I found out about Men's Shed a year or so ago. I was working after retirement part-time, supervising or helping with the administration of senior programs. which I didn't know anything about. So I did a deep dive and I quickly realized there was nothing for men. And so I talked to my executive director and I said, there's nothing for men. She goes, I know. But there is this organization called Men's Shed. And so I want to thank Jan Fenema, absolutely, and Mike Bairdell Smith, who is just up the lake from us and has been running a med shed there for a while. They really helped me along. So we crawled along for a while, and then we were given a free facility, fabulous wood shop, auto shop, metal shop, and all that kind of stuff. And so we went from crawling to sprinting. We've got about 24, well, we have about 30 signed members, about 24 guys who come regularly. We've been focusing on our community service. And I say I'm absolutely inspired by the work that some of your sheds brought in terms of the members' projects they made, because I really, it inspires me, and I aspire to have our shed get to a point where our guys are going to be able to start doing that kind of work. So I'm not sure what the exact adage is, but I really do feel that expression about standing on the shoulders of giants as you learn and you move forward. And you know, the 10-year sheds and the 8-year sheds and the things you're doing, it's fabulous. And lastly, I'd like to thank many of you who came and either sat with me at dinner or allowed me to sit with you and shared your stories. This is a terrific group of men, and I'm really excited to get back to my shed, and I wish I could have brought more guys.
Thank you very much. Back over to that side, far side. Sorry.
My name is Don Streeter. I'm from the Fraser Lake Shed. The first meeting when the guys from Vanderhoof come over to introduce us to this idea, we decided that, okay, their way of doing things with a secondhand store, reuse shed, whatever you want to call it, would work for us. We've done that. Right now, last year we purchased the building we were in through a very generous help from the people that owned it. They're very, very much behind us. We've got the secondhand shop, which keeps hundreds of tons of stuff out of the landfill every year. The generosity of the people in the area is just mind-blowing sometimes. You walk in there and you see stuff that get dropped on the porch whenever. And yeah, okay, some of it's not the greatest, but some of it's just wonderful stuff. And we've done a major renovation. We put in-floor heating in the store. It's just unreal what we've managed. We got a huge area now for shop. I'm still trying to talk them into putting in the welding area, but I keep getting knocked on the nose because, oh, gee whiz, we don't want to burn the place down. But we got the wood shop. I can separate out the small engine area and stuff like that, and we got places to go. And thanks everybody for being here.
Thanks, Don. And we'll come to the front now.
Hi, I'm Gary McNeil with the Alouette Men's Shed. The Alouette's been around for 4 years. Everett and his founders started this 4 years ago. They've done a great job. I came aboard about 3 years ago, so all the heavy lifting was already done when I came in, which is great. Like many of you, my wife kind of found this for me and got me the hell out of the house that way. You know, a lot of the guys really appreciate the Men's Shed because it's an outlet for them, and we get a lot of very positive feedback from the guys. You know, one of the things we were talking about the other day was the spotters and that. About a year and a half ago, my mobility started to go down, and the guys, your brain tells you can do it, but your body says no. And, you know, all the spotters around me that pitch in and help out when I can't physically do stuff. It's been great. It's been really reassuring, a real positive plus. And I know it's really good because we've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks with different events. And now when I left the house, my wife is going, "Where are you going now?" I said, "The Men's Shed." "Oh, you got to be kidding again." So it works.
Thanks, Jerry. Terrific. Back of the room next.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian Mowat, and I'm representing two men's sheds, Riverview Men's Shed, as well as Lord Roberts Men's Shed. The Riverview Men's Shed has been around for quite a while, and we get free rent at our community center, and we have about 20 men who come up, and our biggest problem at Riverview is motivating guys to have a bigger vision. In fact, I couldn't get anybody from Riverview to come to the conference, that's as an example. I just wish that they had been here and had their minds blown the same as me. And the other men's shed that I represent is called Lord Roberts Men's Shed. And it's now 6 weeks old. Yeah, it's a brand new shed. And I was getting very, very impatient. We have 12 guys come on a regular basis. And I want to see 20. I want to see 25. I want to see 30. But I realized that, especially in coming to the conference, hey, take it easy, buddy. Build a solid foundation. Get the people and the things in place, and then you can grow. And don't outgrow yourself. I think that's what I'm learning. But on the other hand, I just want to share that I'm very, very encouraged by the financial support that we have all received to come to the conference. Thank God for that.
Thank you.
Just on a final note, I think it's important to give back to the people who enable us to do what we do. And so I bought this mug for our community club manager to give to him and as a thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. That end of the room.
Hi, I'm Les Lyson from the Council District Men's Shed. So talk about we have a real good group of guys there helping load each other a lot. One of our first projects in the group was to through the Help Age Canada grant, we built ramps for local businesses. A lot of the businesses had only maybe 2 to 3 inch, rises going into the businesses. So they have portable ramps so they can lay them out, bring them back in at night, and put them back out the next day. And then we built one large one for the farmers market. There's a school ground with all the vendors. Main vendors are on the street, but the artisan vendors are up. There's like 4 or 5 steps to go up. So we built a ramp, goes from the lower to the upper area. And within minutes of us setting it up, there was people going up and down, just constantly. So, okay, thank you.
Terrific. Thank you. In the middle.
I'm Jim Miller. I'm with the Port Moody Men's Shed. I get the power, the love of Men's Shed, the magic of Men's Shed, but I want to plant a seed, ask a question. And I think the majority of us have grandchildren. I'm concerned for them and their future. I think Men's Shed should start getting more environmentally aware and trying to push for a better world in the future. So if anybody thinks we should also include environment into our mission, please let me know.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, that's a part of thinking about our grandchildren. That's in our intergenerational work. That's a good link. Thank you. In that end of the room.
James Turnbull, Woodhaven Men's Shed, Winnipeg. We just recently celebrated our 15-year anniversary. We do not own a workshop. We rent a space in a church with an auditorium somewhat the size of this. How do we get 35 to 50 people coming every Tuesday and Wednesday between 1 and 3? It's a short list of stuff. Cribbage tables, Mexican train table, bullshit table, woodcarver's corner, history club, book club, science club, ukulele band. We have a full band that hires out for gigs and brings back money to the club. We go on various tours. We have a couple of fellows building a model airplane with a 6-foot wingspan that we hope we're going to see flying in the parking lot this summer. We have a bunch of guys that do a drone club on Wednesdays after the meetings. And the coffee's always on, by the way. One of our big ways of giving back to the church that we rent from is last year we built and installed a stained glass window for the chapel.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Going right here to Doug. We'll go with Doug first. Closer to your mouth, Doug. Closer. Oh, turn it on. Okay, that'll help.
Doug Taylor from Tri-Region Men's Shed, just west of Edmonton in Spruce Grove, Stony Plain and the county of Parkland. We've been started about 4 years ago. We have a place, a rented space in Spruce Grove. We have regulars of about 15 people and membership of about 50 to 60. And we meet twice a week, so it's fairly active every Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings. And we bring in speakers from different topics. I'll promote the downtown guys with their virtual shed. Tomorrow is a hearing specialist. So that's the guys from downtown Edmonton. Big thing is partnerships. We've fixed all the windows in a grain elevator that's a museum run by the Ag Society. We partner with the Community Adult Learning Association around here. And we've made all kinds of projects from liquor dispensers to bat houses, and now one of the current one was to make Red River carts for the Métis Association. So it's been very stimulating, all the different projects we get involved in, and we have attracted lots of donations. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Doug. Was there somebody back here? Nope, then I'm going over here. Oh, way at the back, sorry, with Jan. You're next. Or who's? Yep.
My name is Gideon Shane, and I'm from the Ashcroft Man Shed in BC. Ashcroft is my second shed. First shed was in Nakusp. Vernon came in, brought a stack of documents this big with information, and the Nakusp shed absorbed all this and got going the next day. When I got to Ashcroft, they said, "Hey, Guy, you did the one in Nakusp. Why don't you come and do the one here?" When I received them and I talked to them and everything else, speed is not an issue there. They want to take their time and they want to help the older people in Ashcroft. Remember, those two villages have about 1,500 people living in them. But I had to approach it a different way. Telling them how to put website things on and shit like this would have just confused them to hell. What they want to know is how we're going to get the guy who's in his house, how we're going to get him out and do things with him. And that's an easy problem to solve. We just go pick him up, bring him in, and 2 or 3 guys go out and pick up them. We get together, we have coffee in the library. We don't have a building. Somebody said they're going to give us a shed. And I went to see this shed, and that's not a shed. This is a place where they park equipment for farms, concrete floor. It's twice the size of this place. How are we going to fill that up? I have no idea. But it's interesting how those 2 different sheds, 9 hours apart, operate. So you need to know your members and come to their help. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, okay, yep.
Hi, I'm James Bishop. As you met me last night, so kia ora. Thank you. That's hello in Māori, or my native language. So I'm part of a Regina Men's Shed. There's 4 of us. We've had 4 meetings since Easter. And in Fort Capel, it's me, myself, and I, and all of you. So I just got a poem here to honour you all. So it's all to do with highlights. So H is for honouring all you for your stories you shared with me today and tomorrow, yesterday and the day before. I is for inclusion, accepting all people and cultures. G is for governance and the foundations we need. H is for holistics, looking at behind me, in front of me, and with me in the days to come. L is for legends, because you're all great legends. It's another Kiwi word for great people, great men. I is for international inclusion. G is group therapy, because we all need group people, therapy and relationships. H is for hub, so hubba wubba, don't erase, and remember this time together. T is for Tiki Tour. So come and visit me in our sheds to grow our sheds together. S is for shedders. So don't go look back, shoulder to shoulder, arms in arms. Let's remember each other. And it's my birthday today. I don't want you to celebrate it in any way, but when it's your birthday, reach out to another shed. Say happy birthday to them. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Happy birthday. Way in the back there, way in the back. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, James. Happy birthday to you.
So for my birthday, next year when I'm 51, this day, if you contact me, I might say hello to Lewis and Theo if you contact me. You must say, you don't, you do. That's my 2-year-old, my 4-year-old. Yeah, so just a quick very Speak too long and too loud. If you can't hear me, I've got a translator. I do it in New Zealand English, New Zealand England, and Canadian English, but not Canadian England. But I told my little boy a joke this morning. He's learning all about the senses. You know, there's 5 senses. So I said to him, what smells? What can you hear and what can you taste? And I said a fart, because he goes, oh, you're disgusting. That's a 4-year-old, and the 2-year-old is just laughing and laughing. So next time you fart, you'll remember me.
Well, thanks again, James. And now we'll go back to the back of the room there.
Hi, my name is Bill Jeffrey. I'm from Newfoundland. I think I'm the only guy here, so I got nobody to fight with like the boys over in Nova Scotia there. Fight amongst themselves. I just wanted to start with a couple of thank yous. We're just getting started with men's sheds in Newfoundland, Labrador. Brian was really helpful last month. We did an introduction to the province, and I wanted to thank him for coming down and always being accessible. I know if you guys have had to get a hold of Brian, but you always get a response fairly quick. Big thanks to Men's Shed Canada as well for their help in getting the concept introduced to the province. And a big thanks to everybody here. It's, you know, I come from a mental health background, and I really hope that a lot of the guys that I work with can get to a place where each one of you guys are, because I tried to spend as much time as I could while I was up here, meet as many of you guys as I could as well. And I got to say, each one of you have been inspirational. So I thank you for sharing all your stories and all of your sheds with me and spending time, and for just having a Newfoundlander out to share in ShedFest West. Go Oilers.
Thanks for traveling all this way, Bill. We expect big things out of Newfoundland. One more at the end there, and anybody else over on this side, put up your hands. Okay, go ahead.
Robin Bilecki, Camrose Men's Shed, just down road here, southeast you, and formerly of Grand Prairie Men's Shed. Started up with Richard Nisetkin there 6 years ago. So sheds are always a place to go, because when I moved down here, I actually moved just out of Camrose in Ohatan and didn't know a soul, not a single person. Found out there was a men's shed in Camrose, so that's where I went, and I've been there ever since. So no matter where you go, all over the world, we'll have that connection.
Thank you. Somebody over here.
Thank you. On behalf of myself and Ayahito, I'm going to speak for him. Thank you for so much for the very warm welcome that all the shedders I've talked to, and I'm sure the same is true for Ayahito, that we've been made to feel so welcome. It really has been like I was in the UK, to me at least. I also like to, on behalf of kind of shedders internationally in the world, to thank the Men's Shed Canada team, to Robert and the team of people who've organised this absolutely wonderful, I think, conference. It has blown me away how good it was.
Thanks, John. I have to say that we were inspired by the UK's your version of the ShedFest. Bigger, you've had a lot more practice at it, but we were really inspired, and thank you for having us and hosting us there. Any other last shedders want to speak about? Okay, we got them down here.
Hi, Mike Bardell-Smith from the Cooney Lake East Shore Shed. This actually blends really well into the last one. In the morning of my life, I was a corporate guy. Fortunately, in the evening of my life, I gave up all that corporate shit, and now belong to a shed in a small rural community, and I'm deliriously happy with that arrangement. There's only one snag with that, in that the Kootenay Lake East Shore Men's Shed wouldn't exist without the corporate infrastructure that supports men's sheds that I have no wish at all to get involved with. And one of the things that I really wanted, and I suspect all you guys would like to do as well, is do a big shout out to our provincial associations, to Men's Shed Canada, to all the people who are permanent employees, all the people who are volunteers, because without them, Men's Shed Canada would not have the booming success story that Men's Shed is. And I am so delighted that I can just go back home to my little hovel, out of the way, and do my stuff with my guys and belong, while somebody else deals with all the corporate shit.
Thank you. Thank you. You may not believe it, but we actually have a lot of fun working. We got a great team. Robert reminds us regularly what a great team he's assembled, and we get along so well. So it's not all just the paperwork and the grind work, but it's so important because we are growing because you guys are starting sheds. Just like was mentioned this morning, we enable you to do it, but you guys are the pointy end of the stick. So thank you for doing that. There's one more shedder in the back there.
Hello.
Yep.
My name is Gerald Kraus and Fred Gruitt. We came in from Tumbler Ridge, and maybe some of you know we've gone through some difficulties there. We've lost a couple of mothers and a few children, 9 altogether, people in a school shooting, and it's been a very difficult time for us in our town. Well, nobody's ever, I don't know how many times anyone's gone through something like that in this country, not very many. Not something we wanted to be known for, but I found Robert online under Sheds Canada and thought, what a fabulous thing this is. And so we just started, and lots of people have been helping us from all over the place, and we're really looking forward to, I guess, I don't know, we've started about a month, I guess, and so we're just looking forward to having something like this. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Gerald, and I just want to say welcome to the community. So any last shedders who haven't shared? Okay, over here.
I'll be quick. Morley from Men's Shed of Old. We're pretty unique maybe in that one of our projects was to build a shed. So we've got that to claim. And then the other thing I would say, we've been very active in partnering with a lot of the service clubs in town. And so we've undertaken lots of really good projects. And we can get down into the fine details and have some disagreements. But at the end of the day, what we also do is celebrate all our successes. And we have monthly barbecues that we host and put on for ourselves. And I think it's important not to dwell on when things go wrong or when you have a disagreement, but to more celebrate what's going right and all the successes that you're having. So focus on what's good and what's going on, what's working really well. And, you know, try to put the disagreements behind you and have a beer.
Thank you. Yep, over there.
Hello, everybody. I'm James Derry from the Comox BC shed, also known as Como, apparently. This guy made me stand up and talk.
Well, she's from TO, so, you know.
I heard. Our shed's about 8 years old. We have, including our Saturday satellite shed, 35 guys now, 8 years old. When I joined, it was just church guys, because it was in the basement of a church, which they had fixed up an abandoned room. And so, long story short, I'm kind of the shit kicker in that club because they were sort of stuck in a way, and I made them become a not-for-profit. I made them open a bank account, you know, instead of putting it in a bag, the money. And John also has pinned me against the wall or a corner to go do outreach. And I started this guy's shed and in Sayward, one in Campbell River, north of us, and across the water in Lund. And they immediately launched in and now have 35 guys in a month. I guess there's nothing else to do there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. One more at this end of the room.
Our oldest member is 99.
Wow.
I just want to make an announcement if I could. Our shed receives tools from the university, from the the trade center. Right now, we have two 10-inch table saws, general, a 16-inch Delta cutoff saw, and a friggin' boring machine that would choke a horse. And these things are all in excellent shape. The reason we got the saws is because they didn't have a saw stop on it, and the university upgraded. And these machines are in excellent shape. They're all 220-volt, 3-phase, so you have to buy the switch over. And the table saws come with a dust collection system on them. We're trying to get rid of them. We'll give them to any shed that wants to come and pick them up.
From?
Kamloops, British.
Kamloops.
Sorry about where we live, but it's not so bad. We haven't seen snow yet this year. Well, maybe a little bit. Anyway.
Good offer. Thanks.
Now we have another task. They have 15 pallets, 5x5 pallets, 2.5 feet tall, full of hand tools they want to give us. And they go everywhere from hard hats down to every kind of hand tool you can think. Because when they do a 5-week course, the next course comes on, they get all new tools. Saws, hammers, you name it. But our problem is we have a 40-foot seat can, but the deal is when they come off the shelf, we don't get to cherry pick. We got to take all 15. So if we do that, we're going to have a hell of a garage sale because I don't know where I'm going to get rid of all this shit. Anyway, if anybody out there knows of somebody that needs something, you can get a hold of us. Okay?
Okay, and you're free shipping, right? You ship it anywhere? Is that correct?
You'll ship it? Shipping. You got to come and get them, buddy.
Okay, any last sheds haven't had a chance to speak yet?
Here, Brian.
Okay, one more.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'd like to say something. I've been
All right.
told that I wrangle up all these people to do all these outreaches. I would like to say thank you. Anytime I ask a shed to do an outreach, they've always said yes. So thank you to all of the members from MSABC that are here that have done this for me. Thank you.
Thanks, John. All right. We are stopping this right now, I guess this part, and we're going to move on to some prizes and then do a wrap up. Over to you, Sherry.